I am now also being joined by Mr. B.L. Vohra, former IPS officer, for more on this story. Sir, firstly, of course, how crucial is multi-agency coordination in such cases, and also what does this operation reveal about India's capacity to lead the charge in such cases and the role that it can play in the future as well?
Well, on both counts with Malika, I think it has been a good job done. See, as far as the first question is concerned, see, unless there are multi-country agencies involved in investigation and follow-up action, frankly, you cannot reach to the source and to the dead end and to all the countries involved, because drug networks are international drug works. I think it's very, very important, because if you know, let's say, only about India, it's not going to be a much bigger use, it will be a limited use. So I think it's an excellent thing where we have drug enforcement agencies of all the countries of the world which are involved. Second, for India to do it, take a lead is a huge, huge first step, I think, in the Indian investigating agencies. And I think of late, the Narcotics Control Bureau has been doing an extremely good job in the last couple of years. And of course, it depends on the officers posted there. It depends basically on the government support there. So I think on both counts, it's an excellent job done. And I think we should be very proud as Indians. But now what is now crucial is that these should be taken to the logical conclusions, interrogations of the arrested guys, then of course courts, and finally conviction. That is very, very important. And it should be, of course, done in all the countries, whether it is Australia in this involved, or United States, or even UAE, the major countries which have been mentioned in this investigation reported in this regard. Balvika.
Well, sir, I would also like to ask you that what security vulnerabilities has this operation thrown light on, as we saw that encrypted communication and decentralized financing such as cryptocurrency were also used. But of course, these things help our security agencies as well. So what are the vulnerabilities that this operation has shown, and how do we effectively tackle and oversee them?
The biggest vulnerability, I will say, is always the technology. You know, technology is progressing by leaps and bounds. And earlier we had normal wireless messages, phone calls, over a period of time we have had these things. Now with AI coming, it's going to be much harder. The most difficult challenge for any police or investigating agency in India is how to catch up with the criminals. The criminals move much faster, whether it is transport, technology, everything. And government systems are very slow, they take a lot of time. That is the challenge always, and it is going to remain a challenge. So we are always running behind the criminals. But yes, we have to catch up. We are catching up, maybe a little slowly. I think government should wake up and give much more powers to the investigating agencies to go on and latch on to the new technologies without government sanctions. I think it's very, very important in the present day scenario, the way things are moving about. And I think, these drugs are a great threat to India's security. National security, terrorism and all that is financed by these agencies and all. So I think it's very, very important. Thank you, Malika. Anything else?
Well, so finally, one last question that I would like to ask, of course, is that do you think that this operation will lead to more sustained changes and cooperation in such cross-border enforcement and multi-agency cooperation?
Definitely, because it's like tasting blood once. So I think others have also seen now that in this coordination, where India has taken lead, I think so India has also come up to that level now, that it is almost on the same footing as the American agencies are or the Australian agencies are. And India will definitely be a partner and will be looked up to to investigate and coordinate and cooperate in such operations.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.